Have you ever wondered about the darkest corners of human history? In the shadows of World War II, amidst the grim realities of war, atrocities were committed that beggar belief. One such horror was the Dirlewanger Brigade. This was no ordinary unit. This was an anti-partisan unit of the Nazi SS, a group that embodied the worst of humanity's capacity for evil, their actions a dark stain on our past. The Dirlewanger Brigade, a name that sends chills down the spine of history. The formation of the Dirlewanger Brigade dates back to 1940. Born out of the dark corners of turbulent times, this brigade was crafted under the watchful eye of its namesake, Oskar Dirlewanger, a man whose reputation was as formidable as the unit he led. The brigade was initially conceived with a specific purpose in mind: combating the resistance movements stirring within German-occupied Europe. However, the Dirlewanger Brigade was not your standard military unit. It quickly became notorious for its extreme brutality, even by the harsh standards of wartime conduct. This was not a brigade that merely sought to quell resistance. It aimed to annihilate it entirely, to instill fear and submission through its ruthless, unrelenting violence. The brigade's reputation grew, its shadow lengthened, and its deeds grew darker. It wasn't long before the Dirlewanger Brigade became synonymous with terror and oppression. As the war progressed, so did the brigade's descent into infamy. The Dirlewanger Brigade's reign of terror spanned across several territories. This merciless brigade left a trail of devastation and horror, their operations marked by indiscriminate violence and flagrant war crimes. In the heartlands of Eastern Europe, they made their presence felt. Belarus, a region that once thrived, was left in ruins after the brigade's pacification operations. The atrocities committed were beyond comprehension, with civilian populations often bearing the brunt of their brutality. Yet, their relentless thirst for destruction was far from quenched. The Warsaw Uprising, an event that was supposed to be a beacon of hope, was mercilessly crushed under their iron heel. The city streets ran red as they showed no mercy, not even to the most vulnerable. The Dirlewanger Brigade's actions were not just acts of extreme violence. They were a chilling testament to the depths of human cruelty. Their actions were not only inhumane, but also a gross violation of the laws of war. But like all reigns of terror, this one too had an end. The Dirlewanger Brigade met its downfall in 1945, marking the end of its reign of brutality. Its leader, Oskar Dirlewanger, was captured and met his demise in the confines of a prison cell. In the aftermath, many surviving members of the brigade were brought to trial, held accountable for their atrocious actions. The Dirlewanger Brigade, a dark chapter in human history, was finally closed.